Hello, this is Emily. Welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be filming my February TBR video. Now, I'm not quite ready to begin my deck of cards just yet because I'm still trying to get into the groove of reading, so I don't want to force myself to read books I'm not quite ready to read yet. So instead, I'm just going to give you kind of a working TBR of what I currently have, plus something else I have planned that I'm going to be doing throughout the month, well, I guess the years. So let's hop right on in, and I'm going to share with you some books I plan on reading on top of that other little side reading journey I have going on this year. The first book I want to try to tackle in the month of February is Binti. I'm not going to attempt to say the author's name because I know I'm going to really butcher it, and I don't want to offend anybody by butchering the name. But anyways, this is a science fiction following a girl named Binti who gets the opportunity to study at this university in space, leaving her family behind and going to a area where her culture and stuff isn't as accepted as what she's grown up around. So she's going to kind of be like an outcast, and I believe there's like war on the horizon and all that just from reading the synopsis. And this is a very short read, but it looked really interesting, and I've heard a lot of people raving about this book over the years, so I wanted to check it out. So I am going to try to tackle it next month and hopefully find out a new favorite author and enjoyable read. This next book is on one of the 12 books I need to complete before the end of the year, and that is All Souls, Near and Nigh by Haley Turner. This is a supernatural romance following Special Agent Patrick Collins, who has been reassigned to work in New York City. And that's about all I'm going to say here because this is the second book in the series, so I don't want to spoil the first book. However, I figured since it is a romance and it is the month of February, might as well throw one romance on my TBR. Even though I'm not the biggest romance reader, I have to usually be in the mood to read it. But I'm going to try to read this book and hopefully enjoy it. This next book on my TBR is from an author I greatly enjoyed reading, and that is The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin. And this is following this guy living in the ancient city of Gujarat. I'm sorry if I butchered that. And basically, this is like a very peaceful city, and these people work at night where their duty is to harvest the magic of the sleeping mind to heal and soothe and kill those that they have judged corrupt. This looks like this is a book that's going to be filled with maybe some slight romance and a lot of magic and mystery. I don't ever really know what to expect with her work because it's so complex with really great characters that have such depth to them, and her worlds are always like superbly built. So I'm hoping this one lives up to my expectations since I've enjoyed her other work so much, and I'm looking forward to trying to read this next month. This next book on my list is another hefty fantasy, and that is The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. So there isn't much of a synopsis on the back of this. It says, a world caught in an eternal war, one young man will become his people's only hope for survival. So I'm guessing, there's going to be a lot of war, maybe some dragons, since it is titled The Rage of Dragons, and I do love a good book with dragons. But I am looking forward to this fantasy series because I've seen a lot of people hyping it up lately, and I hope I will come to enjoy it. This final book is Sky Falling by Mia McKenzie. This is a contemporary, and I believe it's following this lady named Sky who ended up in her early 20s donating her eggs, and now several years later one of her eggs comes to visit her. That's kind of what I've got from the synopsis. I'm sure this is going to be a really interesting story, and I really love the cover art, which is the main reason why I ended up buying this book, but I do hope to enjoy it and can't wait to read it next month. So now that I've gone over the few books I want to try to tackle in the month of February, I am going to share with you my project for the rest of the year. I have wrapped up 11 books of similar sizes, and each month I'm going to pick one of these books from the stack and have to read it that month or unhaul it. So I guess I'm going to pick something now, and we're going to unwrap it and decide which book I'm going to be reading next month. So let me just go through this real quick, and I think I might go with this one. This one doesn't look too bad. So let's go ahead and get it unwrapped and see what it is. So let's go ahead and see what this book's going to be. Ooh, this is perfect. It's middle grade. So I will be reading Crenshaw by Catherine Applegate. Crenshaw is following Jackson and his family, which have fallen on hard times. They're struggling to make rent on top of struggling to have enough money to even buy food. And this imaginary cat named Crenshaw shows up, and he's supposed to, I guess, help Jackson. So I'm hoping this is a great read. It's kind of set in like kind of a contemporary setting with a fantastical twist. So I want to say it's more of a magical realism middle grade. But anyways, I am looking forward to reading this and can't wait to add it on to next month's TBR. I do have a lot of great reads next month to read, and I am looking forward to trying to tackle this kind of hefty, not too hefty stack, though there are 2 massive fantasies on there. But I do hope I do complete all of this, plus some more books. But I guess that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, feel free to click the like and subscribe button down below, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.